If you're a roofer still tracking leads with spreadsheets, sticky notes, and random threads, you're losing deals before your estimator even gets on the roof. Hi, I'm Jason. In this tutorial, I'll be walking you through how to use JobNimbus CRM step by step so you'll be able to build a roofing sales machine that not only tracks leads but automates follow-ups, manages jobs, and helps your crews document everything from the field. And the best part is, you can get started for completely free, as JobNimbus offers a 14-day free trial period, and I've included a link in the pinned comment and description which you can use to sign up and follow along. Now, what is JobNimbus and who it is for? JobNimbus is a CRM built specifically for contractors. It combines lead tracking, jobs, estimates, boards, scheduling, in addition automation, crew communication, and also photo documentation and invoicing, all in one place. This makes it ideal for roofing contractors, siding, gutter businesses, and also solar installers. It is also a good platform for insurance claim contractors. Basically, if your business has few crews plus estimates and multiple job stages, this is where JobNimbus shines. Now, to get started, after you have tapped the link in the description, you'll be redirected to a page just like this. Once on this page, you're going to tap right where you see email, and you're just going to input your email real quick, and you're going to tap on start a free trial. Once you have done that, you're going to be redirected to a page just like this. From here, you can put in your first and last name, your mobile number, and scroll down and choose your time zone. After you're finished, you're going to tap on continue. Once you have selected continue, finally tell us about your company. What problems are you hoping JobNimbus can solve? And you can select whichever one of these are related to the problems that you would like to get solved. Then you're just going to put in your company name. So I'm just going to be calling this Simple Answers. After you have done that, primary service I want to provide, I'm going to select roofing. Then you can select your company size. After you have done that, you're going to tap on start free trial. Once you have selected start free trial, you're going to see this pop up. Thank you for signing up. And you may be wondering, how am I going to sign in? If you were to tap on sign in the top right hand corner, you're going to be led to this page. From here, what I want you to do, instead of just putting in your email and putting in a password that you did not create, which will not allow you to sign up, what you'll need to do is stop right where you see forget my password, and you're going to input your email address. After you have input your email address, they're going to send you a message in your email, and you're going to tap on that message, and you're going to be able to create a password. After you have created your password, you'll be able to sign in, and we're going to pick up the tutorial from there. So you're going to receive an email just like this, reset your JobNimbus password, and you're just going to tap on choose a new password. After you have done that, you're going to input your password that you want to create, as you can see right here, and you're going to select save password. Once you're signed up, you'll be redirected to a dashboard just like this, and the first thing I want you to do is go over to the top right hand corner. You're going to tap right where you see your initials, then you're going to tap on settings. After you have selected settings, this is where you'll be able to edit your company information. For example, by going over to the left-hand menu option, you can tap on company. From here, you'll be able to add in your logo. So you can tap right here on the three dots. Then you're just going to tap on edit, and you'll be able to upload your company logo. You can also add in your business opening and closing hours. You could also put in your business address, as you can see right there. After you have added that information, you can go over to the left-hand menu option once more. You could also tap on email. From here, you'll be able to input in the business email that you'd like to use. You can also toggle on whichever features you want, just like that. And another thing that you can also do by going over to the left-hand menu option, you could tap on team. After you have selected team, you're going to tap on invite team member, and you'll be able to invite team members, as you can see right here. After you're finished setting that up, once here, what I want you to do next is you're going to tap on boards from the top left hand corner. After you have tapped on boards, you're going to see a sample board right here, so you can see how this looks. And basically, this is the sales pipeline that it goes through. So depending on your business, you may want to customize this. So what I would recommend you do is, instead of using the board that comes preset, what I would recommend you do is simply tap on the three dots right here. After you have done that, you're going to tap on edit board. From there, you'll be able to customize how the board looks. So you can change the color, for example sake. So let's say I wanted to change the color. You can also scroll down, and from here you can add in different columns. So to edit the different columns, so for example, let's say instead of just having lead, appointment, schedule, estimating, and so on, you want to add in, for example, inspected or so, you can do that. To do that, you can choose to replace a particular section. So for example, I could tap on the three dots right here, tap on edit, and I could change the lead name. So I could change it from appointment schedule to something else. Or if it is a case that I want to add in something, so for example, I'm going to be adding in estimate sent. So we're going to tap on add column. I'm just going to type in estimate sent right here to show you how it would be done. After you have done that, you can tap on right here, and we're just going to tap on all workflow lead. Then after you have done that, you can tap here and you can see estimate total. We're just going to tap right there. After you have selected estimate total, you're going to tap on save. Then you can choose to move it up in the pipeline, as you can see right here. So let's say for example, I want to add it right here. So after estimating, you'll see estimate sent. Then we're going to tap on save board. After I've selected save board, you can see the new board has been created right here. And this is how it looks. Now to add a contact, you're going to tap on contacts in the top right hand corner. After you have tapped on contacts, you'll be redirected to your contact list page, and you will see a sample contact that has been added. You can choose to import contacts by selecting import contacts, but instead we're going to tap on add contact. I'm just going to be creating a random contact. So let's say John Doe, and let's say John Doe right here. So I'll create a new contact. Then you can choose to put in your email address, phone number, and so on. And we're just going to tap on save. And you can see that the contact has been created right there. After the contact has been created, what a lot of persons tend to do is they tend to create the job separately. But what I would recommend you do, after you have created the contact, you're going to tap right where you see jobs. And from here, you can tap on add job. And you'll be able to add a job to this particular contact. So you can give the job name, and you could add in the description. And by scrolling down, you can also fill in more details, as you can see right here. So you can fill in all of the details. So for example, a homeowner may have a repair today and a full replacement next year, or a gutter claim later. That's why you must use jobs. So you're going to enter in all of the job information right there. Once you're finished, you're going to tap on create job. And that's basically how you'll be able to create a particular job. Another thing that you'll also be able to do when it comes onto JobNimbus, if you were to tap on the plus, from here you'll get quick access to add jobs. You can tap on add job right there. And for example, you could put in the first and last name, and you can add a quick job right there. You can also tap on the plus, and you'll be able to add tasks, and you can assign tasks to different team members quickly by doing that, as you can see right here. So there are numerous features that you can quickly access by tapping on the plus. Now, if you were to tap on calendar, so this is where you'll be able to monitor your tasks and also your team members' tasks, as you can see right here. If it is a case that you would like to get a full overview, you can tap on the three dashes. After you have selected the three dashes, from there you can see the option classic reports. This is where you'll be able to view all reports, or you can tap on insights and you'll be able to view all of the insights, as you can see right here. Just give it a few seconds to load up, and you can monitor the leads. You can also see the close rate and so on, as you can see right there. And that's basically it when it comes under JobNimbus. The only other thing that we'll talk about is the automation feature. And to access the automation feature, you're going to go over to the top right hand corner. You're going to tap on the initial. After you have done that, you're going to tap on settings. Once you have selected settings, I want you to go over to the left hand menu option, and you're going to see the option automations. You're just going to tap on automations. After you have selected automations, from there you can see different automations that you could quickly add in. Welcome text, estimate sent, and so on. You could tap on whichever one of these and you can quickly walk through the setup process on how to create it. Another thing when it comes onto JobNimbus, by going over to the left hand menu option, you'll be able to add your suppliers and so on. But a lot of those features are locked behind paid tiers, and it can quickly be integrated with other platforms. For example, you can integrate it with QuickBooks, as you can see right here. So you'll be able to monitor your budget and also your expenses. And you can also use JobNimbus to create forms and so on. So there are numerous features when it comes onto this platform, and when it comes onto the pricing of JobNimbus, they do not display their pricing publicly, but you can see right here that it starts off at Essential, which would be 3 users, and it can go up to Enterprise, which would be 20 users. You'll need to request the pricing depending on the size of your company and also the features that you want. Thanks for watching. Hope you found this tutorial helpful and informative.